Hey, Phil from Got Memories here, digitizing a bunch of VHS compact tapes that you fit in the old adapters, digitizing them to USB. Customer not happy with them and wanted me to handle everything because there's a lot of problems. This is one very common problem with VHS compact tapes, okay? So it's rewound, or at least you think it's rewound. And you look here, okay, everything looks good. And then you pop it in a VCR. Play, it's gonna play. And then it just shuts down. And you're like, oh, what's going on? Now, if you're handing this over to a video transfer company, Legacy Box, South Tree, Kodak Digitizing, they're told, this is part of their employee training. If the tape doesn't play, or you got any problems with it, you take it out, you put a sticker on it, and you just say, hey, due to age, heat, moisture, some sort of mechanical issue, we're not able to transfer your videotapes. So there you go. And also you've prepaid and you do not get a refund unless you fight like hell, okay? Because this is the scam going on right now with a lot of these companies. They're just hiring and firing minimum wage staff that don't care. They're all about money. Money, 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 money. Memories, heartfelt things, like they could give a crap about that. They're just like, woohoo, free money. They did 2 seconds worth of work and they slap a sticker on it, okay? And this is memories here, look, from 1995, so we're 2025. This is 30 years old. So they play on the fact that the stuff is 3 decades old. So they've got this kind of margin of error of, people just going, oh no, it's 30 years old. I guess it's done. No, let me just do this one more time. This is so straightforward. And if you're doing this yourself at home and you're getting this problem, look, it's going to play. And I'm not doing anything to this. It's going to just stop, okay? This is so common. One of about 5 major problems of VHS-C nowadays, let alone trying to get clear picture and audio without static across it really quick. I will get back to that in a second. But here's a classic example. Digitize this tape. Okay, we're going all the way through it. Looks good, looks good. And then all of a sudden, the next scene, you see this start to happen here. Oh God, there's one there, blue screen. Okay. Got static at the bottom. Let me fast forward this. All right. Real quick, I swear to you. Look, and then all of a sudden, Christmas 2000, blue screen. Okay, that's good. They took the tape out, they put it back in again, watch the footage back. Now you got this static at the bottom, okay, which you've got to adjust the tracking. Look, this is going to get worse and worse. Look at this. Now, this happens with these tapes, okay? You turn your back for a second and it goes to crap, okay? And it gets worse. Now, whose fault is that? I don't know. Let me find out. Look at this. Static. Happens towards the end of tapes. Now, what I'm going to do is I have to go back, rewind, try and find that particular point, and then retransfer it. Maybe the heads need cleaning, maybe the head's alignment needs adjusting, and then to get clear picture and audio from that. That's on me, okay? And then I'm going to try it on different players. If it won't do that, I'm going to put it on different players. This is the difference between paying a professional to do this versus this $9, $15, $20 a tape crap. Nobody's checking anything, okay? So that's on me to redo that portion. I gotta rewind, hold the rewind, like look for the golf game or whatever, and then retransfer, delete that portion, retransfer the next bit as best I can, and then merge it together to make a clean file from beginning to end. My goal with every single videotape, as any transfer company should be, clear picture and audio, boosted audio, all these little things to make sure it's coming through clear corner to corner, and that's it. And let me get back on track here real quick. Okay, I'm gonna put this in one more time, okay, so you can see. So there's no funny business, there's no. Okay, gonna hit play. and it stops again. Okay, so what you got to do, and this might work, this might not, but this is all about skill, time. This is why quality transfer companies are charging their worth. You have to. So you hit this button here. This could be your VHS-C compact adapter, because there are a lot of crap ones out there. Now, because this tape might not have been played in 30 years time, 30 years ago, sorry, you have to advance this on. Let me get over here. All right, let me just do this. So this is left-hand side is all rewound, okay? This is the side that I need to forward on. So you're gonna do it, lay it on its back and go counterclockwise, okay? The opposite way to what a clock hand goes. I'm just gonna spin it around. It's doing the same thing. Advance it a little bit, past the creases, because some of these tapes have not been played or touched in 3 decades, okay? So if you take a car out of storage, try and start it up, same thing. You're gonna have issues.
She won't hurt him.
Look, now it's going, okay? That's it. So I'm just gonna start it right there. Boost the audio for the trolls out there. They're like, oh, Gato, no, you need to be doing this in 4K, up-res, da-da-da-da. No, like, I don't do that. Some people want that. If you're reselling the footage to National Geographic, or you've got the JFK assassination from another angle, 100% do that. But time is money, and, you know, I don't give back a 20 gig file for half an hour's worth of footage. The average consumer cannot deal with big file formats. It takes too long to download, upload, edit, import in. Most people have just got an iPad with a few gigabytes of space or a hard drive that's almost at the limit. And then you give them these files and they can't use them. Now they're like, oh, now I've got to like reduce the sizes myself. My God, I don't even know how to turn my laptop on. Yeah, so consumer friendly formats, easy stuff, okay, is what should be getting back. All right, so there you go, a little trick there with VHS-C. I've been making a little list here, just real quick, if you want to get bored even more. Common problems with VHS-Cs. Try and read my chicken scratch, I'm doing this in between work. But tapes are not fully rewound. Sometimes they won't rewind all the way. Or they look at it and go, oh, it's rewound. Don't even try and rewind it. Or they just go, and put it in a player, don't rewind it. Now, common as well, defective camcorders. It was common for people to drop their cameras on the ground. The kids, you know, they get hold of it and they go, whoopsie, and they drop it in water or something. You didn't know about it? It was 30 years ago. And then here we are. Dirty heads on the camcorders. That contributes. Bad tapes. It was rare to get bad tapes. Cheap tapes. Oh, my God. Yeah, you got the bargain bin at Blockbuster. 10 VHS tapes for 50 cents. Yeah. SP, EP, LP, SLP. These are the record speeds. VHS-C is a nightmare in LP. Sorry, not nightmare in LP. EP is a nightmare. Trying to keep it tracked. That's why you gotta have eyeballs on all this stuff. All right, not like the videos you see on iMemories with old Mark, and he's like, oh, you know, they got all these VCRs, and they just have one computer that just like they press a button on the click, and it lights up all the VCRs, and they just walk away. You cannot walk away from this stuff. If you walk away from it, okay, that's one thing. You know, you can't be. You're gonna go nuts, I know, but when the whole video is captured, you have to go through it and inspect the footage to make sure clear picture and audio. If this happens, you've got to restart the whole tape. Sometimes I'm redoing tapes 4, 5, 6 times to get clear picture and audio, and that takes time. It's when people go, oh, there's only 37 minutes on my tape. Why are you charging so much? That 37 minutes might take me 6 effing hours to transfer. Driving me up the wall, okay, because someone left it in the garage or the attic and they haven't told me. And now the tape is shedding. It's gumming up the VCR as I talk about non-stop. All these VCRs, they all, look at inside of this thing. I mean, come on. Like, you know, there's so many moving parts. It's all old. Everything's old. I'm just as susceptible to repairs and gunk and all things building up. That's why if anyone gets a quote through me, I mandatory need a clear overhead picture of everybody's tapes, because they're all going to shit and people have not taken care of their tapes. I get them in like this. And these are all the particles coming off on the tapes. Look, this is what's clogging video heads, shedding of the tapes. Yeah, so look at that. All contributes. And this is why retooling 2025 now, I'm seeing problems I did not see 5 years ago, 10 years ago. I see more and more problems coming up. Any transfer company that's doing this, you need to be retooling to obtain clear picture and audio versus a static pile of shite that you will get from all of these companies. F these guys. I hate them. South Tree Codec Digitizing. iMemories is the best of the worst out of all of the big, companies out there. They're trying at least a semblance of quality. Do not pay for any of these apps where they're charging you monthly fee to store your home movies. If they go out of business or you don't pay your bill, your stuff is gone. And if you throw your tapes away after digitizing them and then they delete all your content, or your expiration date on your credit card, you don't renew it within a certain amount of time, they delete your footage. So YouTube as private or as unlisted, absolute free cloud storage, the best app out there. Everyone has YouTube. You can share the links out with everybody. Do not pay anybody, because all they're using is Google Drive wrapped up in fancy graphics. So that's me. All right, cheers, bye. Gotmemories.com. If you have these tapes, I need to know the truth. Where have you stored them? I need to clear picture and audio, clear picture, overhead picture of them out of the cases. Hopefully kept them in the cases. Yeah, okay, cheers.